back. We are back. I was just staying informed, watching some of the footage that's been uploaded, down in the Caribbean. Can I just say, oh, Americans, why? Why? Why you gotta act like that? I know they fed up with us. Tourism money only goes so far. Watching people fight over food and stuff like that's silly. That's so silly. That's so silly and ungrateful. Like you holding out instead of going home when you were supposed to go home. Because as somebody said, the storm was just sitting there for a minute and you ignored the warnings. You said, no, I'm going to sit here and go through the worst storm ever. Like, the country people was even saying, like, yo, we ain't never had a Category 5 Maitland. 3 was the worst. And y'all like, oh, I'm going to stay. I paid for it. Your life don't mean nothing to you. You paid for it. And so instead of them forcing y'all to inland shelters or stuff like that, no, they just sit there. And then they, have enough for everyone. And then you act so raw and entitled. Food fights? That's terrible. Be surprised if they stopped their hospitality, if they closed it down to us for a bit as they rebuild. I don't get it. Oh, how y'all doing? Nice. I need to apologize. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, I love my countrymen and women, but you gotta know how to act when you travel. Like you do, even during a crisis. Like how people behave in a crisis says so much. Like, man. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be so surprised, right? All right. Anyway, do better, people. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see what's going on. Ooh. I immediately get lean on your faith. Also headed in the right direction. Gives me perseverance. Yo, I just updated on the post tab. Now that's what it's called. The image that I made 7 days ago about big pharma, prohibition, and all of that. Y'all know he just signed a deal traveling. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. No matter when this finds you. But good morning. Yeah. I'm like, so you taking out small traffickers, right? Like cartels and stuff like that. But meantime, you going directly to the pharmaceutical companies. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what it reminds me of a saying I heard growing up, like, no, my dirt's good, but your dirt's not no good. Like, my dirt's better than your dirt. Like, it's crazy how that appears. It's like, really? Anyway. Be so many moving parts. Okay. Like I said, you're headed in the right direction because Eight of Cups is there. There's Judgment. Ace of Swords, okay? You're at the finish line. Like, literally. You're at the finish line. You may not see it. It may not appear that you're at the finish line, but you are. You really, really are. It's like somebody's wants to kind of trick you to think that you're not. You are. You have crossed a threshold. you got people in the background playing with the, statistics and analytics and shit like that, but nobody cares, not really. It makes folks feel important, but you've crossed some sort of threshold. Brand new cycle. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel it? I know right now it may not seem like you're in an active state, but you are. Like, you might be idle, but idling means the engine's on, right? You're about to take off on something. I don't know what that is to you, but hold tight. I also see there is someone, it could be a thing, because I don't see any pentacles out here. It's like, it almost looks like siphoning, but it's not. Like, I'm just getting a lot of illusions. And also, it's so funny because it's like a tug of war with your energy I'm picking up on, but I also see this push from the divine. Like, so no matter what this is, that sort of determination is also associated with the encouragement, the stick-to-itiveness, and the faith in the, the source energy pushing you forward. It's an invisible force. It really is. Wow. Tell me about strength here. That really feels like what burning evidence. Whatever old version of you that used to be, I don't feel like there's any trace of that person left. Two of Wands. There are a bunch of crows going off in the background. Let's see. See, like that weird tug of war energy, like opposing factions. Like, try as it might, and it feels more like an it, to put you in like the path or the alignment for something tragic to happen. Right? Try as they might, you're still protected. And I know it says sexual protection, but that really is your sacral chakra. Now, I don't want to assume that everyone knows things about the chakras. So, real quick, for those of you who are unfamiliar, okay? The second chakra, or the sacral chakra, located just below the navel. It is the center of your creativity, your desire, your sexual emotion, your sexuality, stimulating the creative life force that is required for existing in the physical world. Someone wanted to make you give up on life, but you really are resilient. Again, it's pentacle energy, right? It's absent, it's missing, right? Some traditions say that this force is the basis for life itself. This is where we store healthy energy for future when it's needed. The creative life force is not the same as the body's fatty tissue, which can be converted into physical energy. Keywords: connection to other people, creativity, energy, stamina, innocence, sex, fertility, personal control, relationships, surprise, independence, confidence, joy, negotiation, self employment, happiness, natural cycles. This is a primary focus why there is so much attention and attacking the second chakra. The solar plexus is super duper important. It is. But if the second chakra is your foundation and zest for life, your body is a physical vessel. The soul, it's a whole conversation. I don't really want to get into it because I don't feel like lecturing. Not that I'm in a position to lecture, I just don't feel like it. Right. Intelligence. Independence. Like somebody was really trying to suck every last drop from you. But you're built of something else. Let me put this back over here, actually. Yeah. See? Innocence. You don't give away personal power. So that's helpful. And this was like, and it's funny because I almost get a level of like, for those of you who've been through Job seasons, you understand that this was not done. I mean, it was done to test you, but it wasn't done because you were underestimated by your creator. Okay. Actually, a lot of confidence was given to you. You're the right one for the job. The devil came to trick you in the garden. That's funny. Ace of Wands. Look, didn't I tell you our Heavenly Father has so much faith in you? It's like, I know what I created. I know what I put in you. You can do this. I know you can. Shut him up. Look, promiscuous, tantric sex. See what I mean? There is that attack and drain second chakra energy. See? Don't want to hear it. Protection. Look at that. You learned. You learned. You learned. You learned. You learned. Look at that. Wow. You don't. It's even to the point where you don't even how do I say this right? You're much more reserved with your divine energy, and not just in a sexual way, even being inspiration, even being amused, even sharing ideas. Much more reserved. You're not limited. You're not stagnant. Nope, you just learned. Five of Swords. Exactly. Look, fighting for what you love and hater. See what I mean? Why would you be a source of inspiration for your haters? Why would you feed their source of creativity? And as a matter of fact, I feel like the fuel of these entities, these its, was utilized and repurposed to get through whatever this cycle was. It fortified your faith, if anything. Like it did. It fortified it. It allowed you to connect with your whole self. These fixed energies that house, your physical body, your spiritual body, your emotional body, your etheric body, like you've merged them all. What can be seen, what can't be seen, like you have closed the circuit, you closed the loop. I love it. I love it. Oh, right. Look, riding it out, running away. Your endurance has people fleeing. They thought this is what you would do, that you would run away, that you would just give up. And actually, it again fortified your faith no matter how hard it became, right? Even the struggle, even the adversity, whatever it is, you decide it was just a part of the divine plan and you roll with it. Page of Cups. Look. In their feels, chill vibes. This is what they wanted. Again, all of this are those attacks on the second chakra. They needed some sort of response, something to feed it. You didn't feed it. It's an entity, so it's an it. King of Wands. Exactly. Defending yourself, standing your ground, protecting your energy. Look at these cliffs. If anything, you really dove much deeper into your spirituality and into, we'll just say, hermetic or even occult practices. Two of Swords. Look. What you don't see coming towards you are these, we'll just say these entities, right? That started this little battle royale. May utilize the avatars, meaning the people that they inhabit, to kind of give you a fake ass apology. You're going to see, and I'm telling you, it's a fucking entity, right? Under spiritual attack, game over. Fake friends, there's a spiritual reinforcement. They lost. And here's the thing. The part of the bet, right, in this whole Job trial tribulation, like, you being tested, God having every faith in you that you got this and the devil. He has to admit he was wrong. Keeping a promise. And was cautioned that if you don't hold up your end of this bet, everything as you know it goes kaplooey. So fake apology or not, it's the admittance that they were wrong. Yep. You were wrong. You were wrong. So now your Job season is done. And not a moment too soon. Yo, they playing Running with the Devil. It's an old song from the 70s. Confirmation. That's what these people who allow these entities to inhabit them, that's what they do. They are running with demonic forces. Strength is here. So we already know what the hell we beat, what we overcome, what we were up against, the its, the entities, the energies. So good job. Good job. You gotta have faith. I feel like you got that shit in spades. If you could bottle it. Oh, hey, I didn't see you down there. Good afternoon. Yeah. Very interesting. Look, because they tried it, but everything is fine. Now, I really feel that that message, excuse me, leave me alone. That message in particular is for those of you who have, for I'm going to say the last 3 to 4 months, have been seeing numerical synchronicities in threes, particularly sometimes fours, but like triple digits. You've been seeing them. Like you've gone all the way from 000 to triple nines. You've seen 888, 777, 111, 1111, 1234. Like you have seen a series of numbers to let you know you were going through another ascension process, that you were supported, that you were being guided. That message in particular is for you. And so if you have not been seeing those syncs, disregard the first message, okay? You might think you've gone through a Job season, and I am not downplaying your struggles and or adversities. But how TDJ say, you haven't been swallowed. I think he was talking about Jonah. I never finished that sermon because I can't take it seriously. But yes, I kind of feel like that's what he was talking about. And you can run, but you can't hide. And so if a great fish got to come and swallow your ass up to deliver you to where you're supposed to be, and whatever that journey looks like because you ran from it, so be it. So there is a difference. Just saying. But you have made it through 9 of Wands, star. You've made it through a battle. Yes, now look. See? Look, Magician, star. Everything is fine. 3 of Swords. See, they were really trying to get you to like remove yourself, diminish yourself, trap you, bind you, and all that weird shit. But it didn't happen. Look, I already know. Look, didn't I tell you it was an entity? Page of Wands, Devil. Right. Look, told you, they be making deals with about people. Listen, all I can say is there's a lot of confidence in those of you who are, given the role of champion. Because you're a volunteer with the Lovers right there. I can't stress that enough. There is a difference. There's a difference. There's different types of volunteers. And star seeds, my lovelies, are volunteers. Rainbow children are volunteers. They are. They have a special assignment. And I'm not trying to be funny, because everybody matters. God gave us all sparks of creation and all that. So everybody's special in their own right. But other people, they have callings, purpose for why they're here. They're not just here to reconnect to the divine, to find the connection back to the divine within themselves. That's not their whole purpose. That's part of their purpose, for them to wake up to that knowledge, that knowing, that level of awareness. But then you got to put your waders on, because then it gets deeper. And I'm one of those people, you shouldn't ask for shit that you don't know nothing about, because you just might get it. And then it's like, well, you said you wanted it. And you said you ain't want while you was here, which was just schmegular. And schmegulars are amazing. You mean you get to just have a family and friends and do like regular shit? You don't, man, that's beautiful. So enjoy the mundane of this reality if that's what you have. It's beautiful. At least the floor isn't always dropping from under you. You don't feel like you're on a weird game show. Just saying, enjoy the schmegular. You are special. You live. Okay? If you ever needed a reason to feel special, you draw breath. You're here. You weren't aborted. You weren't abandoned. You weren't chucked off of a cliff somewhere. You were born in modern times with modern medicine and all these wonderful things. You have a smartphone. Okay? Seems mundane, but it's a big fucking deal. It's power in that. Just because you wasn't meant to be a boss or something like that, there's no letdown, there's no disappointment. That just means that you have the creativity to be whatever you want to be. But nobody's asking you to stand up to be a tall nail. You want to be a tall nail until the hammer comes down. King of Cups. Just saying. Such a beautiful combination. Ooh, even better. Because she had two, two urns. Look. That's so cool. You know how that looks to me? You pour all your love, your energy, your emotion, your devotion, and it's very authentic. It's collective energy. Look how she's pouring. See, the water is choppy under there. There's your vessel. You could be above the fray, but you choose to utilize your energy, your vessel, your to help calm the emotions of the masses. That's huge. You take very little into your own physical nourishment, meaning three-dimensional things. And those choices are going to have you elevated. Like the divine is going to make sure your cup runneth over. It's selfless energy. Like it really is. And this is not something that you take credit for either. There's a genuine, authentic purity to this behavior. I like that because it's like you're not stingy. It's like you go over there, you do the same thing. You go over there, you do the same thing. It doesn't matter where you go. This is who you are. It's part of your makeup. Still waters run deep. And honest to God, it makes you happy. To be of service, to be of good cheer, to bring in high vibrational energy, especially we'll say to places that have been barren, emotionally barren, without love, without abundance, without people pouring in. It's beautiful. And I feel like you've been doing this since you arrived on this plane. Yeah, look at that, Empress. See what I mean? You just radiate this beautiful, loving Venusian energy. You're just a generous fucking person. It makes you happy to make people happy. That's amazing. Judgment. You're about to be rewarded and recognized for this. Look, Nine of Cups, strength, higher, justice, even better. Like you've been doing this. This is your purpose, and you just organically do it. Like you carry such a rare energy. Such a rare energy. It's so nice. Look at y'all. Look. And again, you really are about to be recognized for this. Look, Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Look, there's the Empress right here. There's the Empress. Wait, what's behind her? There's the Chariot. Look, and there's the Six of Wands, Ace of Wands. This is like the divine is like about to put a spotlight on you. You have done such good work. Knight of Cups, King of Swords, Ten of Cups. Like such a beautiful, bold impact on your environment. Look, Nine of Cups here, Nine of Cups here. Like literally came into this realm like this, with this energy, with this spirit, just inspiring, being a little living muse. This is beautiful. Like you have alchemized a lot, y'all. I mean that, like a lot. And you just do it and keep it moving. I'm just like amazed. Absolutely amazed. And they've been keeping a very close eye on you. Right? They just knew you was gonna break. You was gonna break character, something. So somebody was challenging your authenticity. Like someone really thought there was now mind you, there is an absence of sword energy here. Okay. Here we go. 7 of Swords is right here. 3 of Wands, right? So somebody was like, they thought you were lying. They thought you were being deceptive, sneaky, like you were like pretending in some capacity. And again, this is why I said they kept waiting for you to break character. They thought you were presenting one way outside, right, in the world. But behind closed doors, it was something else. But no, you really are the same. Confirmation. You don't have a private and a public appearance. And it's funny, right? Because there is reserved energy here. I feel like you're actually quite humble out in the world. I feel like you really are carefree, fun, optimistic. You spread that positivity everywhere you go, type energy. But behind closed doors, the only difference I see here is that you pour a lot into yourself. Like, you know who you are, you know what you deserve, but you don't flaunt. So I feel like when you come in the house, you take off the human suit, right? You take off this King of Cups. Look who on the bottom. Queen of Cups suit. You just unzip it and you step out as the Empress. If that makes sense to you. Yeah. Like you absolutely. That's the only transformation that you go through. That's funny. You know you that bitch. You do. You absolutely do. But what does that have to do with how you move and operate? That shit's so funny. I really thought you was lying. This makes me feel like you had a tail. As I, Hermit. It really does. It makes me feel like somebody was following you. As I say that, look, Hermit, and there's a Chariot. Yeah. Someone was like watching what you were doing. King of Wands. This is that energy I was picking up on where there was a homeless person disguised as a detective disguised as a homeless person trying to get some sort of fucking intel on another person. Look, the King of Pentacles was dressed up like a homeless person. 5 of Pentacles. Moon. Queen of Swords. Justice. Because they wasn't getting enough information. 6 of Swords was just watching you traversing in your everyday. They wanted to see exactly how you get down. This is a violation of privacy. Look. Not to mention, they thought you was like conjuring in a negative way. Y'all owe somebody a fucking apology. Like, listen. Ooh, 4th Amendment violation, undue search and seizure. What? That is, I'm not kidding. I'm so not kidding. That shit was wrong. They had no right nor authorization. You were not a danger or anything. That's a fucking lie. Like, yes, a lie. Because they were like, no, they're doing dark shit. There's no way anyone said chill. Yo, they owe you an apology and probably some fucking money for privacy violation. Not kidding. Somebody said you was practicing some dumb shit, some dark shit, probably some shit they practice, and put you on a fucking watch list. Yeah, it's over. You gonna get paid from the fucking government, whatever organization, whatever. This is harassment. Fucking harassment. That's what that is. And all the fuck they witnessed you do was oh my God. To be generous, to be compassionate, to be kind. They might have caught you talking to some dead folk. You know what I mean? I'm not kidding. All they did was watch you in your authentic nature. You're a real spiritualist. Like the real deal. Free spirit, you don't allege to nothing. You're not pledged to nothing. Unlike these motherfuckers, that's all they did. I'm not kidding. They've been hanging around for God knows how long. Just swore they was gonna get you on some dumb shit based off of a lie. They thought they was gonna catch you making offerings to the devil. They just fucking knew it. You morons. Somebody lied. Like, oh, I saw them doing something treacherous at their home. Oh my God. Lies. Yo, it's I'm not sorry. I'm not. Yeah, you gonna fucking regret that shit. I promise for God you will. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I see there's so many violations of privacy. I can't even begin to explain it. Somebody gonna lose their whole fucking job and potentially end up in jail. Because out of all of that, what did they discover? They watched you sleep, scroll your fucking phone, play on your laptop. Cramps. That's stupid. Like that sort of surveillance. For what? Maybe see you scry or something. Gaze at your crystals or I don't fucking know. Watch you work. This has really made me angry. It really has. It's bad enough you can't walk 20 feet without being on 95 million fucking cameras, which is fine. I ain't got nothing to hide. But inside the privacy of someone's home, that is a problem. That is an absolute problem. That's why I showed y'all the device. You need to keep scanning and scanning and scanning. Find that shit. And if you find something, call the cops. I'm not even joking. Call the fucking cops. Take pictures of what you find before they even get there. Anyway, 8 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Strength, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, King of Swords, Temperance. They're like, you gonna take this book. I just want you to know whoever's responsible for this bullshit, you're pathetic. King of Wands, everything is fine, which is the Ten of Swords, and then the Devil. That's somebody who tried to work and collaborate with some other people to send some dark ass shit towards you. You know, they thought they was being all sneaky with it, but the demon they summoned, it was like, no, I don't want it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. One, they don't have the power nor the authority, not even to slow you down or nothing. See, somebody didn't, again, this is a oldie but a goodie, didn't check your spiritual Carfax. So they got met with a firm no. This makes me feel like if somebody was doing candle work, that it got extinguished. Like whatever's inside that candle, it looked like a wall of water, like came down on it. Somebody got some. It's like your will. Yeah, it ain't nothing to play with. Your will because it's divine will. Okay. Okay. Whatever this shit is chasing these people. By the way, it is absolutely chasing them. It's crazy because somebody was planning on getting you to come somewhere and they was gonna leave you stranded somewhere. I'm not even joking. But I feel like you saw the plot. You did. You saw the plot, the plan, the scheme. You saw something. I also get the impression that whoever this little schemer is, this little King of Wands, he not really as smart as he think he is. He not. He not clear. He not. Not bright. Just because you an air sign don't mean you smart. That's fine. It don't. Because somebody really thought. I don't even listen. To be real, I don't even think this person's an air sign. But there's something about them really thinking they're very bright. Like this person thinks they're a genius. They're not. They're not. Yo, my guides are funny. They said if he was so smart, he would have qualified for Mensa. Like, yo. So this person could have actually taken the test, but didn't like qualify. Like not really on that level. Rodolfo Guerrero. Hey, I'm doing great. How are you? Sorry, I don't look up that often. Yeah. This is funny because this makes me feel like somebody could have been like, hey, won't you come visit me? Da 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 da, something like that. You ain't go. And for some of you, you might have went. But it's look how this see how the fingers pointing to the head with the cup? Right. I feel like the plan, the plot, the scheme was downloaded. Like you got a heads up. You got a heads up about something. And so you came up with your own strategy in a place, in a position where you were supposed to get stuck, stranded even, you didn't. There was something that this person didn't foresee when it came to this setup. Absolutely something they did not see. What? Oh, that you were psychic, that you had your own abilities, your own mediumship, that your intuition was like lit. See, I saw that. Right. So you got some sort of insight Oh yeah. I feel like this happened in the past. Something was slowed down. Look, see how the world, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance yet again, Ten of Wands. You called in some sort of spiritual protection, some sort of spiritual armor. I feel like if you travel anyway, if you're doing anything, you really you should. You really, really should up your protection. Absolutely. Seven of Swords, Four of Cups. Queen of Swords. Like I said, man, you got the insight. You was clear as a bell. It's so funny, right? Because the King of Swords is here in this block position. So it's like somebody was trying to keep something from you. Like half truth. Yeah, very perceptive. Again, they didn't know how talented, like you really saw the future. Like somebody's psychic as shit. Premonition, foresight, whatever you want to call it. All the click, like whatever you want to call it. Like you got that shit. For somebody, you saw somebody cheat before they cheated. Like you saw the person they was cheating with. Like, wow. No, that's funny. Tell me what they was trying to do over here. All right, so what just I said I pointed over here, but the divine masculine, the emperor card just fell out on top of this king of swords. So this is somebody who could have tried to bibble babble you when it comes to twin flame bullshit. Like they could have did their little research, they little like I got a surefire proof plan how this is going to work. This person gonna open the door, they're gonna let me in, do all these things. No, this person tried to make you believe. That was this setup though. Because I literally just saw these two cards again. And there's justice. Death. And there's strength. Okay. We have justice and we have strength. The only card that's not here is death. Okay. Anyway. I feel like this already happened. This is a cycle that closed out. But I'm looking at the Six of Cups, the World, and then there's the Fool again. This is somebody who wants to try to spin the block. Yeah, this. Look at this shit. World, Fool, Ten of Cups, Emperor. See, same energy. They want to spin the block. They think enough times passed that they could reach out. It hasn't. This person still, for whatever reason, thinks you see them as some sort of soulmate. Maybe toxic, karmic, something, a lesson, not a blessing, a vexing. You know, not that. You were protected from this person from like by your archangels, like period, point blank. Absolutely. Yo, because this person, Ace of Swords, cut the deck to Ace of, yes, absolutely. You were protected by this from this person by your archangels. Yes, like star, strength, justice. Like there are some. Ooh, I got chills. I got chills. I got chills. Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, because they was gonna leave you stranded somewhere. I cannot. Like they might have even attacked you, Five of Wands, and then left you somewhere. The Ten of Pentacles is right behind that. Like this person might have been being paid to do this shit against you. I do. I feel like they was gonna overpower you and have you held up somewhere. I don't know if this is ransom or kidnapping or something like that, but that's really what this shit feel like. Trafficking, something like that. Something like that. And you saw this person as, we'll just say, an opportunity to advance your spirituality. Right. This is a lesson to have you had learned. Excuse me. This is a lesson you had to learn. Excuse me. About using titles like divine feminine, divine masculine, and all of that. That was the lesson in this. From this energy I'm picking up on, and what I'm seeing again, because you open yourself up to dumb shit. Although this person, they didn't come to you directly like that, but it was like pregame. It was strategy. Something they had found out in their exploration, in their learning of you. Yeah. Why is I feel like, because look, the Five of Swords is on the bottom deck and is dead center here, but the Five of Cups just fell out, and I'm like, well, what do they feel this regret, sadness, and remorse about? Because the tower's fallen in their life. Okay, good for you. Yep, this King of Swords. This person who was trying to pretend to be your divine masculine or something like that, they themselves are going through this tower. Like for reals. But this, it's a backfire for playing with this shit. Mm-hmm. For spying on you and watching you and just being a fucking creep. But also you're gonna learn about this, the bullshit that this person's going through. They might try to reach out, but I feel like a little birdie gonna come tell you, oh yeah, look. You gonna know because it's the same circumstance and setup they wanted you to have. Well, it couldn't happen to a nicer person. Okay. What's justice look like for this King of Swords? Wow. This person is going through a type of legality, like their assets are being seized. Three of Pentacles, excuse me, Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Their assets are being seized. They're in the process of that right now. So that could be bankruptcy for someone. Person could also be on bed rest, I just saw. Oh, High Priestess, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, like no, their assets are being seized. Four of Pentacles, like they. Not those. Okay, not that one. Not even to be funny. I don't know if this person really built for this sort of adversity. This person is feeling suicidal. They are. Yeah. Oh yeah, because their world is falling down around them. I'm gonna pick these up. Because I could be a real asshole and just keep reading this energy and reading this energy and put out every little detail of their life crumbling. But that's not what I'm about. I'm not. Even though I wholeheartedly feel from this energy, they deserve it. Like there is no sympathy to be had for that individual. Like none. Forgiveness is not the same. But there is no compassion. There's no sympathy for them. No. Mm-mm. I'm not. Yo. This you're gonna get news about this person utilizing, some rope and maybe a tree, but the gallows. This person is gonna put themselves on the gallows. Okay, I'm trying to keep it, censor friendly, but no, that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Such a punk move. They're depressed, they're sad, whatever, whatever, whatever. That is such a punk move. You create the chaos, but you can't deal with the chaos. All right, 10 of Cups. Let's move on. Why am I hearing it? Their combination is I've seen better days. Oh. Yeah, I'm hearing it's gonna be a good night, good night, good night. Woke up in New York City. That song. Who is that? Imagine Dragons? That's wild. I feel like they about to hit the switch in your life. Like out of nowhere. Like shit just changes. I feel like you should be open to receive information or some sort of proof verification of it's information that's long overdue that somebody's been sitting on, keeping very close to the vest. But this is coming to you. Somebody's recovering from something. They did not want you to know they were battling with something, but they're on the other side of it. So now they want to share what it is they had. This person was uncertain, touch and go. They were very guarded, and they were keeping everything again very close to the vest. But this also makes me feel like there is someone who is under like different energy, right? They're sick, but for a different reason. This person like conjured some shit, and this is just the results of them playing and attacking people and not knowing what the thing, knowing the things they should know before they participate in shit like this. So I think Google Magic is scary and it's dangerous, um, because there's a lack of reverence in a Google search. There's a lack of history in a Google search. There's rhyme and reason for things that a neophyte will absolutely just dismiss. And it can cause these sort of mystery things because you opened yourself up to these energies and you don't know how to clear it away and detach and transmute. Like, yeah, somebody definitely got a spiritual disease. This feels like emotional manipulation after the fact, though. For the first part of this reading, where I was like, somebody's getting over something, um, but now they want to tell you about it. But if you didn't want support or help while you were going through something, then I would say keep it to yourself because it wouldn't have been a burden if there's genuine love and care and compassion and community, already. But when you're doing something janky or you feel some kind of way, it's weird because there was no reason for them not to share whatever they were going through, but they didn't. I also feel like there's information coming to a person um, about activities going on behind the scenes. There's been someone in your soul tribe, like family pod, something like that, who's been kind of keeping their distance from you. This person's going to tell you, now that they've overcome whatever. And again, this was some sort of spiritual battle this person was going through, but they're on the other side of it. I almost feel like they're a little fucking embarrassed to tell you, but you already picked whatever it is, your discernment already picked up on it, why this person was holding back from you. Right. And now that they're no longer juggling all these priorities and dealing with the ramifications of playing in this shit here, Seven of Cups, Moon, this makes me feel like love magic. It does. Like somebody tried to bend somebody else's free will, and there was some weird backfire, and and here we are. You know, weird backfire. Weird backfire. Like I said, it's love magic. Fuck, I'm talking about really sex magic. And somebody who's very inexperienced. Like I said, now that it's over, they're gonna come tell you. It's not over. It's not. Like this person's fooling themselves if they think it's over. It might be the worst has already happened, but it's not over. Knight of Wands, Magician, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Five of Cups, High Priestess, Hierophant, Death, Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, World, Fool, Devil, Five of Wands. This person and their little cronies. And you know how the craft had 4? This group has 5. Somebody tried to join a secret society. I'm also seeing that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely did. And chaos has been unloosed in their life. Yeah. 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 Yep. And look, they was all bold and smug about it. Listen, I don't care who you are, Queen of Swords. I don't care. Let me tell you something. That sword ain't nothing to play with. I don't care who got it. If it's the page, if it's the knight, if it's the king or the queen, or if it's the by itself, it cannot be lied to. Whoever holds that sword, you cannot lie to them. This is why you see all the ones that are down. This is why someone pulled back, because you can't be lied to. You already saw potential outcomes and events. Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Tower. You saw the choices, the options, what they were contemplating, what directions they might be leaning towards. Some of you even tried to explain this sort of spiritual warfare and these sort of attacks. And how this shit come around. Like, oh man. They just look. I know what I'm doing. 9 of Cups. That's that smug fucking energy. I know what I'm doing. I do what I want. I'm grown. This sounds like a 20-something. No disrespect. I love the 20s. It was a great time, great era. But trust me, the version of me in my 20s, I would beat her ass where I am now. I would absolutely beat her ass. I'd have loved her a lot because she definitely needed a lot of pouring into, but definitely some course correction. That's what this feels like. Look, I'm not doing what I want. I'm grown. Oh, okay, cool. Again, don't matter. Paige got the sword, still can't be lied to. And I even feel like even you still kind of put out a little direction, a little guidance, a little assistance. Because you saw it coming. You saw it coming. Oh my God, this is somebody in your family that you care about. You saw the okie doke. You saw it. You saw it coming. Shit, you saw it coming. Now look. Somebody gonna join one of them organizations where it's like, I'll never tell. You know, they stuck. They are stuck. And they know it. I mean that. I don't think they got it in them to fight this. Oh wait, where you go? Oh, you stay right there. And here somebody is trying to, oh, if I don't talk to them, da 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 da, I'm gonna try to keep them out. Man, please. You feel somebody like it's in your gut. Mm. This is giving prodigal son returns. It's like, yeah, you just gotta let them go out in the world and, do what they do. Whether this is a son, a daughter, a niece, a nephew, it don't matter. It's family. What's this person been up to? Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Didn't I tell you they stuck? That's funny how that came out. And it's whoever this person is, y'all had or have a close relationship. It's a reason why lonely is out, but it's in the block position. Y'all really are kindred. Hey, don't come start your shit. No. No. Don't come start your shit. No. You were bad. Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute, punk. Now they feel isolated. They do feel alone. Y'all had a close relationship. This person is very curious about you. I feel like you're still being the role model, trailblazer, whatever it is that you are, still setting a very high vibrational standard. I still feel like you have all the same love, hope, compassion for this person. But they have opened themselves up to some shit. They really have. And whatever warnings you gave them, they ignored. Look, reflecting, travel. Yeah, there's some sort of proof coming. This is what you knew. Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. You knew something about their motion, their movement, their travel. Maybe you also knew they didn't come back alone. And I don't mean with a physical person. I feel like with a entity, a spirit. Look. And whatever this thing is that's on this person, as much as they think they've gotten rid of it, they haven't. This thing is still very much attached to them. It may not be as strong of a hold, but it's still on them. This it needs to be rebuked. I'm not even joking. Whatever they did, they need to give it back. They need to give it back. They really do. And I'm looking at child neglect. This is a young person in your family. Yeah, it needs to be rebuked. And any further participation needs to be like, don't do it. I keep seeing third party energy, third party. So they were introduced, exposed, shown something. And this is making me feel like there's a young person out there who really didn't understand these soul ties and the energy exchange. Like maybe they one too many random encounters with low vibrational spirits. That's why I said I feel like someone introduced them to something and now they're in a really bad way. And because it's a member of your family, they probably have a calling and or anointing already on them. Yeah. Again, you're going to get some sort of verification. I cannot stress that enough. You may just be you may randomly receive a text or a video or a link to something. You could be scrolling Instagram or you could come across somebody's Finsta. I just learned what that is. Okay. Lord have mercy. Oh, you're very welcome. Like, that's crazy. Like, rebuke. Rebuke, rebuke, rebuke. Like, seriously. It's part of the process of casting out low vibrational entities out of your own auric field. Call it out. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what that expression is about. Call it out. You just can't go, I rebuke the devil, which, I mean, you can, right? I rebuke the devil and all his minions. I say that. At the same time, I rebuke the spirit of lust. I rebuke the spirit of envy. I rebuke the spirit of greed, the spirit of sloth, that spirit of wrath. Like, rebuke them. Rebuke them. Yeah, lessons are hard. Look at that. You want to transform? Use the power of your tongue. Use the sword. Yeah, baby. Look at that. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's all coming together. Yes. Yo, it's only the mystery schools because we have to decode every fucking thing. It's really not that mysterious. That's why it's called universal law. Huh. Hmm. I personally feel like you can vibe your way to it and through it. Somebody really regrets going. Like, I like it because this makes me feel like someone is coming out of the fall with the chariot, like ascending. You know, all the energies are moving and like the vortex is happening. And then out of all the spinning and kerfuffle and all of that, the clarity, it kicks in. Like the aha, it makes sense. Even in the chariot, she's holding a wand. Most decks, they have like reins or anything. No, she's holding the wand. This is an energy about creation, the recognition of how something started, the ignition point. Aha. That's why this regret's here, because someone knows where it started. Look. Aha. I will say somebody's afraid of change. They don't know if they can change, but they want to change. But, you know, this energy of aha creation, like, listen, look, you got it in you. I love this. From thought to reality. Seriously. Don't cry over what didn't work. You have help, turn around. There's people who are in alignment. Go in that direction. So, yep, now that you know, yep, you took your whatever. Now shake it off and get moving. Because lingering here will repeat the pattern. We don't want to do that. So take all that creative spark, all that, right? Because somebody's still in their head. Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles. What if, what if, what if? No, no, no. No more what if. No, no, no. Just get moving. Know it's going to work out. Know that you're going to be placed in alignment with like-minded people where you need each other. And this feels a little bit like business or life purpose or something like that. But either way, because there's a bunch of pentacles here, like collaboration and whatnot, like-minded people will be brought together for whatever this is. But somebody's got to get out the saboteur, the self-saboteur energy, the imposter syndrome, all of that. Because that's what's holding someone back. Yes, you know how you got here. Now let's get moving. Okay? So from thought to the physical manifestations. Because look, you got all the elements here. It's funny. Chariot, Magician, right? Same time, you have it really, anyway, I won't get into that. See the sun energy, the heat, inspired. Air, water, fire, earth. Okay? You got everything you need. We glad you see it. Now dig in. Interesting. You weren't where you were supposed to be. Ooh. Right. Let's dig in. Eight of Pentacles. You got to create the happiness you want, babe. I don't know. I heard somebody's voice clear as day, but you have to create the happiness you want. It doesn't land on your lap, so to speak. Okay, you know what you want now. Go after it. Too much reflection on the things that did not pan out. There's a lot of reasons to be joyous and happy and to be positive and to just be in that vibe. There's a lot. I feel like for somebody, you need to know that there's a phase that you're in right now where this is about you getting this off the ground. It really, really is. Like, you've got to create the momentum, because the moment you do that, the cooperation and collaboration that you seek, it begins. Don't expect trouble. Don't expect what happened before. Ten of Swords. See what I mean? This is what I mean. Somebody really does have, I understand shit went wrong before Ten of Swords, or that's, but that is some level of allowance. You get them first three swords, you're like, oh, that hurt. Let me get out the way. But if you stay for all 10, there's a little accountability, right? But there's the Five of Pentacles. There's the Eight of Swords. Look, Death, Five of Swords. Like, listen, you really gonna have to, like, you have the divine. Somebody's in a partnership and or union with the divine. I'm not kidding. High Priestess, Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Okay? And so you are co-creating with the divine, with spirit. And so it may not seem like there are physical people around you as you begin whatever this is for you, but that's more than enough help. And if you don't believe that, then, maybe your faith muscle ain't so strong and you need to strengthen your faith muscle. Don't be scared. Like, you got to walk through these doors on your own. But this is your creation, whatever this is. And you're going to be so grateful to yourself that this is how it started and this is how it got off the ground. That it was you, little old you. Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. That's a total of 9 pentacles, right? Single, sexy, self-sufficient. Okay? You're going to be very grateful that that's where it started. That you did this. You did this. Your brainchild. Your hard work. Your dedication. Be inspired by the disappointment and the heartache. Like, for real. Be inspired. All you got to do is handle the physical part. It's like an endless spring being poured into you in the spirit. All the tools. Another recognition of all the tools, right? It gets a little difficult, gets a little harder the more we ascend. Look who right here. Magician, high priestess. Look at them 2 cups. Ace of swords, ace of wands. Didn't I say you in this beautiful union with the divine? You got all the support one could imagine. It's just not necessarily physical support. But it's there. It's there. It's so there. This, whatever you're working on, it's your shit. When I say you gonna be the boss, who was that? Wasn't that Bruce Springsteen's album? I'm showing my age, but it's okay. The boss. I just saw the Emperor. You're going to be the boss. Look, your new chapter is you. Male or female don't matter to me, because look at the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands right there with your fine ass. Look at that. Look at that. You're birthing something, whether you realize it or not. No, you are birthing something, and it's huge. I don't know if this is a new philosophy or something like that, but you're so close that I'm gonna have to tell you right now, right? That Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Devil. You gotta call forth. Just know that you are under heavy. This ain't even spirit. This is demonic attack. Okay? Because you and the divine are creating. And you know what this motherfucker wanted to be? A creator. And you know what he couldn't be? A creator. So trying to, trick you out your power, claim your power, utilize your power. Okay? Because you got it. Stay focused. But just know there's some shit going on in the background. But this new phase, you a boss. I mean that. It's your shit. You birthed it. Your idea. Your baby. Like all of it. All of it. It's yours. Yo. I really feel like to a great degree. This is. Ooh, shit. This makes me feel like new schools of thought. Like an esoteric teachings. Like here to bring down the bullshit and get rid of the lies and reinstitute the things of truth. And I mean that from like past, like, oh God, from when it started. 3 principles, 3 pillars, something like that. But you going toe to toe with the system, by the way, because you're breaking the cycle. You're breaking the cycle of the misuse of it is sacred knowledge. It is. It truly is sacred knowledge. But if you're using it for nefarious shit, it ain't quite so sacred no more. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's like something like 3 pillars. I have no idea. Okay, stop. But it's in you, and it's on its way out of you. Like you're already doing this. It didn't just start. You've been working on this. 8 of Pentacles, you've been working on this, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Your whole life's journey has been a progression to this. You're a walking, talking, living legacy. There's like, it's going to pour out of you. Look. Oh, wow. It's taken a long time. I really, really feel like this is what truly is missing from society. Whatever you're working on, whatever they're cultivating and growing inside of you, it's truly what's missing. It's that connection back to source. It's the missing piece. Look, we have 5 pentacles here. We have a pentacle here, right? That's 6. Inside the hermit, right, there is a star. There's another pentacle. 7 pentacles. This is long awaited for. Long anticipated. This has been a long process. This is a life's work. Because you've been on a healing journey. And I feel like some of it, you was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that. But look, lo and behold, see? There's 6. But there's still something yet to build. Something yet to create. This is what you can do on your own. This is what you're focusing on. This part of the journey that requires deep introspection, connecting to your whole self. But this, that's society. Yeah. Yeah, man. See what I mean? Yeah, they're still downloading shit to you. They're still imparting stuff to you. But it is something like within I'm throwing these words out here because it's not... because they'll resonate differently to different people. So, whether I say mystery school, alchemy, occult knowledge, it doesn't matter. Esoteric knowledge, doesn't matter. But eso, right? Out. Exo, right? Am I doing it right? There's a difference between exoteric and esoteric. One is within, one is without. And I feel like that's part of what you've been cultivating, the bridge between. I gotta stand up. That's right. Okay, let's get this right. Because I'm not here to confuse nobody. Esoteric, the knowledge that is reserved for a select few who have undergone extensive training or initiation, often considered more profound and spiritual in nature, right? It is typically kept secret or hidden from the general public. Right. Exoteric, right? Knowledge that is widely accessible and often taught to the general public, focusing more on basic or practical aspects of the belief system. It is designed to be easily understood and widely disseminated. That is the problem. Okay, I get it now. Thank you. So you go to church, you leave church, you don't feel like you got anything from it. Like, why did I sit here? You go home, you read the same shit, you get deeper meaning, right? So you go from exoteric, sitting in the pews, and it's just dumbed down Cliff Notes version. It's like paint by numbers, but it's the Bible by numbers, or the Quran by numbers, or it's the whatever, the Torah by numbers. It's not really there to feed your soul. That's for you to do on your own. What someone is doing is bridging the gap between what is hidden and its deeper meanings and what is generalized, because the gap is so big in the middle. There is confusion everywhere, misinterpretation everywhere. Every version of this, that, and the third. Why do you think there's so many different orders and sects of Christianity and this, that, and the third? Because no one is saying the quiet part, and somebody is literally being taught by spirit how to translate the quiet parts. Not give so much away that they cheat the system, hence black magic, but help them just enough in their own understanding to bridge how they explain something for the masses, but how it applies on an individual level. That's what somebody's in the middle of doing. Like, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical world. Somebody is deep. This is like work you've already started on, by the way. I don't feel like this is new. I feel like this is your shit. And this is why you're being tasked to do this. Meaning, it started somewhere. You, whoever you are, it started with you. It's your shit. So this misalignment, misuse, abuse, all that shit, you have been tasked. Come back, Page Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, to fix your work. It's your body of work. It's literally your soul's work. Like, it's your shit. You literally wrote the book. King of Swords, Sun, World. It's your shit. So in order to get people over the bullshit, 10 of Wands, to get them to truly ascend, to bridge the gap, you're part of the people. Seriously. You're part of the great awakening, the consciousness shift that bridges this gap. That's part of what it is. And it's so crazy, right? Because that's huge. It is. It's huge. But whoever you are, it doesn't feel that huge because you're just living life. You're just learning and growing and doing and doing. But that's part of it. So for some who have like these double life missions, and trust me, if you have a double life mission, it's in your hands. Study psalmistry on your own. Don't let people up in your business like that, but it's on your hands. I promise you. If you have a double mission, it's on your hands. You'll see it in your lifeline. If you have a double mission. Again, don't say you want something that does not belong to you because you just might get it. Okay? Okay. Because everything's fine and you could be opening yourself up to a box that does not belong to you. Look, see? Look. Six of Pentacles. See the presents? See the presents? You're like, oh my God, it's a bigger box. But are you sure? Because great things come in small boxes too. Bigger ain't always better. All right? All right. Just remember that. Five of Cups, because you will regret it. Yo, they are so funny. So you are literally here to help rewrite world philosophy, religion. Like, because have y'all realized that we haven't had great philosophers in a long time? Why is it 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, there were actual pen philosophers? Why? What was this? Wow. Plato. Like, they all just ran out of my head. I was getting ready to start rant like a bunch of the old ancient Greeks, Roman philosophers and shit like that. Yeah. Gone. Children just erased from my brain. Doesn't matter. But there's a reason for that. Because they, that system, it was established and it was working. And so if you open the mind and you help people grow and see things different, then, those who have domination and those who have power lose it. And so hence why the Roman Empire was like the beginning of the end and bread and circus. And now we still live in it. Right. Just saying, we're getting back. So somebody has come back to fix this. There's a gap. No more gap. We're taking the power and putting it back into the hands of the individual. And I don't mean political. I really don't. I mean spiritual. I don't understand, right? And again, this is going to sound a little mean. It is. It is. I know it is. And I don't know how to say it in another way. I don't understand how you go to a building every week or multiple times a week and you study things like sacred geometry and all of these things, and you haven't put it together. Like you look at things like ley lines and power centers and vortex and places on the earth that have higher resonance and vibrations, and there's all of these things. all of these things that are around, right? And then you go into this building that emulates divine architecture and sacred geometry and all of these things, but you sit and you pray and you channel all your power into this structure, not understanding that you are giving your energy, your power, and you are channeling it to the person who stands on the altar, not the God they say you're praying to. It never reaches there. It's not designed that way. It's a cage. It's a cage. It's a powerhouse. So just remember that, okay? Again, not trying to be offensive. No, it will be offensive. Love you, truly trying to assist you in this awakening process and give you back everything that you were born with. Your free will, your power, your perception, your connection to the divine, your sacred humanity. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, new human. I appreciate that because, you know, they do the bots. So thank you. Thank you for interacting. I appreciate you all, truly. And you might be right with the whole clean air and water because, well, I don't know about water though, because, you know, that's how we started fermentation because the Romans and the Greeks had aquifers and cisterns and they cared about, you know, clean water. But there were a lot of other places they went and expanded into. But, you know, fresher food, clean air, time. No, you know, I'm sure people had purpose. They had work. They had things they were doing, but they actually had time to study, to analyze. And I'll give a prime example, not the philosophy, but just how having time to be in nature, to observe, to experience peace. The high speed trains in Japan, right? I'm sure y'all seen this on your shorts come through. But when they first created those high speed trains, the they would create a sonic boom going in and out of the buildings because the trains run through the buildings and it was causing them to shake and crack. And one of the designers was out in nature observing a kingfisher bird and how the bird went through the water without a splash. They redesigned the nose of the high-speed bullet train. Problem solved. It was right in front of us, right? We don't have to reinvent anything. We just really have to tap in to all the things that are around us and not be busy being busy, not being distracted from our own consciousness and our own connectedness, and being made to feel so separate and so individual that we stop caring and being with one another. You know why? In my opinion, there's always been leaders, and because not most people don't give a fuck. Most people have always just been content to just go do what they need to do. It's like, all right, I got my family, I got my boo, I got my kids, my mom and pop over there. Like, it was never like that. So people who was like, hey, I want to be in charge, they was like, go ahead, fuck it. I don't care. But they were allowed to be and to do and to, you know, just be over here with it. Yeah, I acknowledge y'all doing something over there. Cool, you're building a city. Cool, we're over here on this farm. But they're like, oh, we're expanding. We want your land. See, now you got a problem. Why can't you go the other way? See? That is such beautiful energy. The strength card with the Queen of Cups. It is. It is. It's the simple pleasures. It's the love. It's the joy. It is, again, the divinity that exists in all aspects of creation. Now, we have created lots of inanimate objects. We have. The planet is an organic organism. So people are like, oh, that's just a rock. Oh, okay. But that rock is created by volatile forces, energies, right? Mountains heave and fall according to tectonic plates, the shifting, the movement of a living organism. Just saying. Get back to that. They done opened the door to scarcity, y'all. And it's not a real thing. King of Wands, Eight of Wands. Why'd I get Nike? Just do it. All right, what we just doing? All right, what we just doing? Ha! Yo, I like that. I do. He's so aggressive. Let me wait. Oh, I had a feeling. Hold on. I like your style. Ooh. Somebody psychic is all out those. I feel like a lot of folks about to be beating down somebody's door. Like, hey. A lot of offers. A lot of chatter. There are some people who are going to move on your behalf. There are some interesting things about to be done in the background. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I know it's him. Hold on. Sidebar. My cat's so big, y'all. He is huge. He's humongous. He a big boy. He a big boy. You know, one of them big breeds. Same time, he move around like a grown ass man. Anybody else got a pet like that? They just move around like a grown ass man, making all that noise. Golly, you funny, yeah. Like yo, I just knew down there making all that noise. Oh, don't worry, I'm coming. We almost done. Oh my god. Okay. I like it. I do. The tables are turning in someone's favor. They really are. They truly are. I'm gonna leave it. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. See what I mean? Good thing. You just look. What creeping? There are people. They're paying attention to you. But again, this is that psychic energy to me. Third eye. Like you see somebody like me. I spy with my shamanic, and they be like, hey, man, make another move. I'm sorry, y'all. It's about our time to play. Our time to play. Oh, I know. No one does anymore. Like seriously. Like seriously, look. Most people need to go fix their inner child issues, reparent themselves before they even begin thinking about dating. We support healthy, fulfilling, loving, purposeful relationships. People just be outside for no reason, just outside. Let me put that back. Yeah. Oh, y'all, this is no. I have to be honest. This is reminding me of something I told somebody a few years back after they told me they got fixed. They told me they had fixed themselves. And I was like, sure you're right. Sure you're right. I see a baby coming. This is after there are 5 already. Not my business. It really ain't. No judgment. But This is making me feel like that. Mm. 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 Mazel tov. That's all I got. Like, yo, congratulations. I will say somebody got their side piece pregnant. I don't want to go that deep with it, but somebody looking into things, and I feel like she allowed this to happen on purpose. Not to mention, I feel like this is an unclean situation. I really do. Somebody had dodged the bullet. Good job on you. This makes me feel like this King of Wands has the Queen of Wands somewhere. Like that's his main person, right? No, that's not what I was going to say. They go back and forth. Like their energy is a match for each other. This King and Queen of Wands here, but really he's with this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups may have like his emotion, but the physicality doesn't exist like that. And this person kept telling them, "So it's just sex. It's just sex." Eight of Wands, Ace. It's just this. Oh, okay. Like my heart, right over here. I love her, right? This is yeah, but see, it was only a matter of time, right? Seven of Pentacles before this whole situation just kind of hit the whole threes of crowd and somebody's spidey senses. Not to mention somebody's health. I'm not getting like a traditional STD, but more so like a BV sort of issue where people just nasty, unclean, and they hopping from prick to tit, and like it's just nasty. They no sexual protection, no condoms, no prophylactics, none of that. That's funny. That's so funny. You might be pregnant, darling. Because sometimes they heal the same way they tell men that vasectomies are normally very successful, but on that rare occasion, they do reach back out. They do reconnect. But this makes me feel like this person has found out about these extracurricular activities because of their bodies, their pH being off. Like somebody's being a little too cocky, they're not taking proper precautions, so they bought something home, but it's not like a gonorrhea or chlamydia or something like that. It's more so not doing the proper hygiene. Totally into you, good vibes, chemistry. Look, drama starter, boss bitch. That's this energy here. This is the person he goes to when he wants that fight, that rah, that back and forth bullshit. But when he wants the loving, tender, ooey gooey, soft and chewy, he goes, this is his main. This is the same energy. This King of Wands is this King of Cups. It was just a matter of time before something like this happened. Just saying, it's too much. It's way too much. Way too much. And I feel like this female energy, this Queen of Wands, they are rather promiscuous. I cannot help what I'm feeling. It is what it is. Like this is straight community pussy. Look, Queen of Wands, Ten of Cups, High Priestess. That she do what she want, and I feel like it's known. No one would ever pair these women anywhere near each other, but this man. He's the only reason why they are any connections to each other. But because she has his heart, This Queen of Wands is quite irritated, quite mad, always partying, extra triggered, happiness hater. So this was done spitefully to get this woman's attention. If she's pregnant, God help you, because you a foul bitch. Look, child services, and then there's love on the brain. This woman, her intention was to try to like ruin this relationship, even though she knew what it was. She knew what it was. Look, because he respects her, but he fucks her. Look, Head in the Clouds impersonator. She wanted her position, so she tried to create a situation. And again, I feel like whatever this this dirty energy, if this woman is, I'm really getting this woman is pregnant. It was done to try to remove the seed. Listen, you already know. Or to hurt the unborn. You know what I mean? If things go wrong in utero, lots of weird deformities can happen. This is a bitter bitch, by the way. This Queen of Wands. Having this man in a physical sense was not enough. But she chose to be the other woman. But she thought she was going to force this issue. She didn't. Wow. Because this woman has done some crazy shit. Oh, you know, that kind. She's very dramatic. It didn't work. It just really made him upset. That's wild. I don't even feel like, yo, can I be real? This man knows her ovulation schedule here. And so he stays away from her when that egg getting ready to drop, because he's already aware of what she wants, what she's trying to do. Yeah. Look. It's just supposed to be a hookup. This man has a family. But she been waiting and waiting, trying to catch him up. It ain't happening, Captain. So she did the next best thing. So he's not the only person she's sleeping with. And I mean, why would she be? Or why would he be? Because, again, he's with this woman here. The Queen of Cups is the main female. That's the female who has his heart, who has the family and all of that. But he screws this one on the side. Look. Obsessed. Oh, yeah. She was really trying to take everything from this man. I just saw bankrupt. And I mean what he loves. Moves in silence. Forcer. Oh. 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 That's it. Now, if this King of Wands dropped this Queen of Wands like a bad habit, then she's actually quite upset. Look, and she's looking to create chaos with this woman. I think they moved away. I do. I feel like they absolutely moved away. Unfazed, moving, and then we got low IQ, clout hungry, played out player. Now she's looking, but she's mad. We left her high and dry. High and dry. Look, lovers. Love triangle. He ghosted this chick. After wearing her down, chasing her down, got what he wanted. Oh no, she not done. If this your man, listen. Just giving you a strong heads up. He got an angry female hot on his ass, but he did her dirty. He not innocent, okay? Were they just dating? Hold on. Because I just want to know, because this is crazy. Were they just dating? No, they were not. He wanted the challenge. He liked the challenge. That's why I said, no, energetically, these motherfuckers a match. Like, they like that back and forth. Da, 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 da. He gave, or she gave him the attention he was looking for. King of Cups. I told you, it's the same man. Look. It's the same man. He wasn't looking for love. He was looking for friction. Oh, hey. Then he went right back. Look, got what he wanted. Selfish is all outdoors. Knight of Wands, Magician, Six of Cups, and went right back home. Went right back home. Listen, all this might have been going on while this woman was super duper pregnant. I'm not kidding. He might have hit her one last time, but something wrong. I'm telling you now. She went and got something or another. She found out what she needed. She's strategizing. She dropped this load. All right, I'm gonna stop airing somebody out. All right, guys, it's been quite a while. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. The multiple mini spreads that we do. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whenever this finds you. Hit the like button if you please. If we vibe, subscribe. All right, bye.